Hello everybody, Artisan Loom here. I have another tutorial. She's been on a roll, Nix Haley 22. While I was on vacation, she just rolled all her designs out at once, so now I'm pretty busy. But this is the Apep bracelet, or Apep. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but this is the design, and I'm going to show you how to do this one. Do you want to give her a follow? I'm not too sure if she's going to be uploading a whole bunch to her Nix Haley 22 account. I think just some Loom pictures, but mostly she's going to post to Facebook at Nix Haley 22 Designs, I believe, or Creations. So you can like her page and give her a follow. So I will attempt this one. This may be a little bit easier than the last one I had to do, which was the Precious Princess Nightmare one, which turned out to be my absolute favorite design of all time, even though I had such a rough time with it. Okay, this is a 10-bar design. Let me get to the beginning here. And basically, it's set up like this. First two at the same height, then come down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this one will be at the same height, and then go up 3, and these two. So let me just hold it up. So 2 at the same height, go down to, well, you can see. Just gonna let you figure that one out. Okay, and it's going to be 2 full loom lengths long. This is a fairly wide design, so it barely fits on my screen. So I will try my best to do a good job for you. Okay, so I don't know how many colors she has put in here, but you're going to need beads as well. And you need a bead that has a hole big enough to put 2 bands through. And this is really the only bead that I have. It's not a super round one like I wished it was, but this is the only one I have that has a hole big enough to put 2 bands through. So that's what you're going to need. And I am going to, I made some seed beads, 6/0 seed beads on one of my LE bands, or on a bunch of my LE bands, and I'm going to bead just the center portion. Kind of look like a snake. Okay, so go ahead and pick your colors and we'll get started. So I don't normally do this, but I have just finished the design, and before you get started on it, I wanted to fill you in. Normally, whenever there's an outline, I usually put seed beads on it. But for some reason in this one, I really don't like it. So I know in the tutorial, I'm showing you how to use seed beads, but I'm going to show you what it looks like with seed beads so that you can make the decision before you go and spend all the time putting them on. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't like it on this design. I normally like it on most other designs. For whatever reason, I don't like it on this one. So I'm going to show you. I finished the design, and I'm going to show you ahead before you get started what the design actually looks like, okay? So this is the design with the seed beads. I do not like the seed beads. And I got a little bit of a boo-boo there, so don't look. I'm not big on the seed beads, okay? So what I decided to do was just on the other side, it's the same exact thing on the other side. So I just popped it over, and the reason why it's curling like this is because I used LE bands right here. If you just pop it over, this is much better. And I love the colors, and I like how clean it is. I went ahead, I didn't even have to hardly fix any bands on this side. It was already nice and clean. And so I do have to say less is more in this instant because of these beads down the center. There is no need to put any seed beads on it unless you just want to. I kind of wish I didn't, because this is the signature side, and the reason this is the signature side because it's a little more fluffy, and you can see the colors up underneath here, and it's just a little more fluffy. But I personally like this side. So this is the side I'm going to use as the signature side. So I wanted to show you that up front, what it looks like without and with. I just really don't like the way it looks with the seed beads on this particular design. So I just thought I would show you ahead of time before you wasted your time. If you do not like this, then you don't need to do any kind of seed beads. You just need to find a big bead to go in the center of each one. Okay, so happy looming. Continue on. Okay, so I am ready to lay my first set of bands, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this part in my black. Okay, you can do whatever colors you want. Let me see if I can find the picture so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, here's a different version that she also did. Okay, so right here is where we're talking about, right where she has that blue. Just the one right on right in there on each side. Okay, I'm going to do that in black. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start right here and go over 3. 1, and that's going over 3, and then I'm going to go over 3 on this side. Okay, and that color, and that's just going to be for right there. Oh, these cars want to drive by all loud and stuff. Okay, so the next part we're going to be laying for at the moment is going to be these where she has the white bands, and I'm going to be doing that in the gold mint. Okay, so after you do this and you go out 3, you're going to put 1 band right here and go over, okay, on both sides. Okay, now we're at the border. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we are going to do, hold on, is this? Okay, so then this must go first. Okay, just trying to figure out the direction. We're going to make X's going all the way, and I'll show you where to stop at the top. Sorry about that. My daughter had a friend just come over, and of course I just started the tutorial, so I needed to set up in my room instead. Okay, so what we did here, we did 3 up in the black and then 1 over in the gold mint, and then what I'm going to do is just do an X all the way up, starting on the second peg and going to the right. Sorry, I'm right-handed, it's hard for me to work left. Okay, gonna do that, and on this one we'll go and do the right to the left, to the right, to the left. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way up the loom, but what you're going to do is you are going to stop when you get right here, which that's where the crossband is going to go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 from the top. Just make this your last band, and then I'll show you how to close it off. Okay, my X is up to the top, and I'll just show you. I'm going to grab me some more black, because I'm going to need my black again. And what we're going to do is we stopped with the X going here, and then we put a band over it. Same with this side, an X, and then put a band over it. And now what we're going to do is we are going to go from right here, go up 2, and then down 1. Okay, up 2, down 1. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Up 2, and then down 1. Just like that, okay? And we're going to leave it just like that, okay? So that was not such a big deal. Okay, so let me go off camera, figure out the next. Now I'm going to, whatever color you're going to use for your outline of your like snake looking thing, I'm going to use, let's see, white as my background for that. So it's called they're Ellie, and they're the ones that I made up all the beads for. And they are the Ellie Pearl White or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bead this section. First off, I'm going to start with my white, and I'm going to have one going up right here and one going up over here, just like that. And now I'm just going to bead these. I'm going to put one there. And this is going to be the pattern, so it's going to be 2 to the left, 2 to the left, and then connect that to going towards the center. Sorry about that, just trying to center them to go into the center. You do the same thing on this side. Oops. Two to the right. And I won't stay on camera for this whole thing. I'm just going to show you the sequence. And then, well, if I can get it on there, 2 towards the center. Okay? So that right there is the sequence. Then what we're going to do is you can use the same color and go up to, let me see what this looks like real quick. On the picture, let's see. Yep, I'm going to continue with the same color. And I'm going to go up to right here, just like we did right there. And I'm just going to bead those as well, or use the beaded bands. And that's basically what you're going to do. So it's going to be that same sequence, just as if we started here. And you're going to do this all the way up the loom. So you'll, from right here after you do your 2, you're going to go out and do that, and then go up 1 on each side, and just continue this pattern the entire way down the loom. Okay, so I've got that finished all the way to the end, just like that. Okay, no biggie. So now, so these little blue, like humps, I guess you would call them, that are on the side, that she has also in the Liberty Blue, I am going to use that in black. I do believe I'm going to do black right there. Okay, so this is really simple. Basically, you're just going to do like a greater than sign. It's the only thing I can liken it to. So from here, just going to go over 2, so just like that. Okay, you're going to do that all the way up the loom. So on the second one, it's right here. Trying to work with my left hand, so my hand's not in the way the whole time, but it's not working out so hot. So it's going to look like that all the way up. So we do that on this side. It's going to be from that second pin bar just like that. And then the same thing right here. So it's pretty simple. Just like that. So do that the entire way up the loom for me. It's pretty silent out there. I may go ahead and move back onto my other table where I'm absolutely more comfortable, but I wanted to show you this. After you did all these black ones going up, this is how you ended up here. Okay. This would be your last one, and since you can't bring it all the way down because this is where the border ends, you come from here to there, and then bring it straight up to connect with these white bands. Okay, so it's just going to be 3 in a row. So 1, 2, and then the 3, just like that. Okay, so that portion is done. So then what's left is you need to pick, let me find the picture. We're going to do almost like, I don't know, like a half, let's see, like a half type starburst in here. And I'll show you. But you need to pick the color that you want to go, that's going to go in between all these. Okay, and I believe that I chose, I was going to go right along with and use the, what is this, Caribbean color. Okay, so basically what we're going to do to start off, I'm going to start right here. Okay, and you're going to go from the bottom. You're going to go up, and you're going to do like a starburst, okay? And then this will be the long stretch, and you'll just follow it all the way around till you get back to the top, just like that. At that point, you're going to need a cap band right there, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cap band on a triple. Oops. Triple, triple, triple. So just get in the habit of whenever you do these, to do a triple cap band. Okay, I'm going to show you one on this side as well, because you're going to do this in between each one of these black things, just like I showed you here. So on this side, you will go up, out towards the left, just follow it all the way around. Exact. I gotta keep these in the right order. I gotta push my bands down. Oh, and then one up. Okay, and then your triple cap band goes right there. Okay, so do this portion in between each one of these black less than and greater than signs. Okay, all the way down. Don't forget your cap bands. Okay. Once I have that done, you should have 6 on each side. Oh man, my cat jumped up on my computer and ruined all my pictures. Anyhow, you end right here. You don't do anything over here. Okay, the next step I'm going to have is I'm going to do this in black, and all it's going to be is X's. Everywhere that you have these in between each, I guess you would call that a diamond. So, like for instance, right here, you do an X, okay? And up here, you do an X. Here, X. Okay, so in between each one, do your X's. Okay. So now what we're wanting to work on is where she has the maroon sparkle, like reddish color surrounding the beads. That's the part we're going to work on next. And she had mentioned to use a bead that has a big, large enough hole to be able to put 2 bands through it. I guess just to reinforce it and make it a little tighter probably. That's probably the reason. Okay, now you have to pick out the color that you're going to have surrounding the beads. And I'm trying to think what I decided to do. I think what I decided to do was use, what is this? Black Sweets. That's what I decided to do. So I am going to need my threader, and I'm going to have to use 2 bands just like this. put it on my threader, okay, and see if I can't get 2 bands to go through this bead, which it should with no problem. There we go. It's a little tight, but there we go. I imagine when she made hers, she only had 1 bead, or excuse me, 1 band going through. I don't know if it's a necessity that you have 2, but she asked me to go ahead and do 2. So it's totally up to whatever you want to do. If you don't have any beads with a wide enough hole, just use 1, then I would imagine that would be okay. So you go ahead and string your beads up. I think you need like 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. And I'll do that in a minute, but I'm going to show you this step. Okay, this step is like this over here, but we're going to go from the top and work your way around. Okay, so here we go, right here. Let's see here, 1. We're going to start right here in this center, and we're going to go up. Okay, and grab some bands, and then we're going to follow it around. Okay, do the long stretch. Make sure you push your bands down and they stay in the order that you placed them. And then this one goes like that, and 1 more going up. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to start from here and go up to the right, the long stretch to the right, 1 more over, and then 1 up and down, pushing the bands down, making sure they're in the correct order. So that is what we have right now, just like that. Okay? All right. And now, at this point, we're ready to go ahead and place our bead. So, all we're going to do is place one side there and the other side here. And I'm thinking that's the reason why she wanted to use 2 bands, was to make it a little tighter. So that's where it's going to go in the center. Okay, and you're going to do that in between each one of these diamonds. So go ahead, I'm going to go off camera, you finish that part and we'll meet back. So now you need to pick your other color, which is going to be where this gold is. I think she has Persian gold going there. And I'm going to choose metallic silver to go there. And so basically what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to start on this pin bar here next to the center, and you're going to do a zigzag. So 1 going to there, 1 going straight up to the side, straight up, over. Okay, so there, just like this. And then what we're going to do is follow this around. Okay, so there to there, there to there, there to there, up, and then like a half starburst, and then we're going to come down 1 to connect it all with right there. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. So on this side, mirror image, it's going to go like that, up, down, up, and then bring it around, and then connect it just like that. Okay, super simple. And now, okay, now that I came in like that, let me see here. We're going to go up, and then we're going to go in 1 more. Let me make sure these are pushed down, just like that. So on this side, you would go up, and then you'd come in and connect it, just like that. Okay? And let's see the next step. Okay. Now we're just going to connect it back up there. Okay. Then we're going to go up, over, and up again. And then out to the left to where it connects right here. Okay. Then we're going to connect here and then go up. And then do your zigzag. You're basically following the exact same pattern here, okay? All the way where the snaky, where it's like a snake. So, as you can see, what we did here was we went from here, and then we did the zigzags here and brought it around, and then to here. Okay, and then we'll just connect it, going up, and then bring it around like that. And then you'll do your zigzag up again and over until it gets to there. And then you'll do your half here. And I'll stop right here. But basically you're following the same exact pattern going all the way down. So over here, what we're going to do is, this is where we finished off. We want to do just the mirror image on that side. So we're going to go up, because it just spans around here. Okay, and we're going to go like that. Oops, excuse me. Once you go like that, you got to go up to the right, and then you'll go out all the way around, and then you'll go just like that. It's pretty simple. It looked hard at first. I thought I was going to have to walk you through the whole thing, but I think once I get up to where that is, you'll figure it out. It'll look the exact same. You're just basically following the pattern. Zigzag it up, over, around, and then up. So it's a simple pattern, okay? So just follow it that way to the very end. Okay, so when you get up to the top and you do your zigzag all the way to there, we got to go here and do a zigzag. So we got to do it towards the left, straight up, over, up, and that's how you end it. So then it would be here, you would go out to the right, straight up, cut a corner, and now straight up, and that will get you through the very end of it. Okay, awesome. At this point, what you're going to need is you're going to need a cap band. I'll do a triple right there, here, and then one on the other side in the same spots. And then I think we're done and ready to turn this puppy around. Okay, there we go. So now what we're ready to do is the double border. So we're going to go from here over and just going to do our, I guess I should try to work this way. See, I'm fumbling around with my left hand trying to do this. Just not going to work. I got all self-conscious about that comment that was made. Poor me. Probably not going to be able to hold true with doing it with my left hand. Okay, so you're just going to do the single border all the way. I'm going to start here. And just follow it around. And then follow it up, okay? Till you get to the top. Okay. So I do believe this is how it goes. You start it here and here. Okay, and work it up. And then you end it right here on each peg, and this stays free. Okay, I do believe that's all the band placement. Almost forgot that double border. Good thing I talked to Nix ahead of time. She reminded me, like a good daughter should. Okay, so now we need to do what I believe is put it on your hook like that, double cap band. It's going to go right here, just like so. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go ahead and loom up our border. The last border that we just put on. And then just loom it straight up until it meets up. Same with over here. Super simple. Probably don't even need to show this step because most likely, sorry about that, brought it all the way to here, you're an advanced loomer if you're doing these designs. Okay, so follow that all the way to the top. So now what we're going to do is we are going to loom up this X. Okay, let me make sure which way we're going to loop it up. We'll do the bottom one first, which will be this band right here. And we'll go to the right and go to the left. Okay, and then we need to deal with this inside of the diamond. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go into where we have the beads placed on. Okay, so we're going to go in, and remember there's two bands here that went inside this bead, so these, you go in through the first two bands, grab that top one, and you're just going to bring them back to themselves, and it's going to go all the way around. Just like that. Okay, going to do the same on this side. Remember to go through the first two because that's the part that's got the bead on it. Grab the next band, bring it up, and just follow it around. All of them go back to themselves. Okay, So now you have that. Okay, so that does make sense of how we're supposed to do it. Okay, let me see what the next step is. Hold on one moment. So it can be kind of confusing. I want to see what she's got here. So wherever this long band is right here, we're going to take this silver band that I have from right here to here, and we're going to go ahead and bring that over. So wherever this long band is here, we're going to take this one and bring it out. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and grab the bottom X and bring it to the right, and then bring it to the left. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will go in and grab the other silver band that's coming from the top of these X. We'll go in and grab that and bring it down to connect with these two. Okay, so it should look like this. All right, and I'll just hold it there for a second, figure out the next steps in here. Okay, the next steps is we're going to go one more time, once again, and do in these black bands the sweets that are in what we did right here with the bead. Okay, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Go through these two bands and just bring them all the way around. I'm just going to go through this sequence one more time with you, make sure we're on track before I let you finish the other ones. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Whoops, picked up the wrong one. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy indeed. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one first, and then this one, and bring it back down. Okay, so it should look like that. Now let me make for certain what the next step is. Okay, so I'll just hold it like this for a second just so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so at the bottom of this X, like we did before, what we're going to do is we're going to go in right here, and we're going to bring that one over on both sides. Okay, and then we shall hold on. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to do our X. Okay, so we'll get the bottom band, we'll bring that over. I don't know if you can see this or not. Okay, I did the X's, and then what we're going to do is we are going to go in through the top of this X and bring that silver band to connect right there. And I believe that's how we're going to do this. So, if that makes any sense. Yep. And then we continued the whole thing all over again. So, go ahead and finish up. So in this instance, since we're done with this X, now we're going to deal with the diamond right here. So I'm going to go off camera and do, if you have to rewind, that's fine, but just do those steps to the end. So the next step we're going to work on is these, where I have the Caribbean greens. So we're going to go in through this cap band, grab it and pull it, you know, just bring it back to itself like you would like a starburst. Okay. Okay, so that's what it should look like. Just like this right here. So you're going to do this on every one all the way down. I had already done this part, but you're just going to do wherever you have these, go ahead and do that all the way up the loom. Now we're going to work on the silver bands, okay? So this was confusing me. I was trying to figure out how she did this, but I do believe I think I might have it. Okay, so we're going to start right here in this pin, and you're going to grab that silver band and bring it forward. Okay, and then we're going to go in through this cap band and grab the band that goes from there to there and bring it back to the border. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Then what we're going to do is we want to grab this band that's going across here. So we'll go in, make sure I have them in the right order. Hold on, let me check. So we went from here to there, and then got the band from here and went to there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in through this cap band and grab this band and bring it over. Okay, and then go back into the cap band and bring it straight up. That's what threw me off here, this little looping part right there. And I believe we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And what we're going to do I believe that's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to go in through here, bring it straight up, okay? And then we're going to go into this cap band, grab it, and bring it straight down to the border, okay? And then what we're going to need to do is bring the others back to themselves. So just like that. And I believe that's how that works right there. So we'll do the same over here. We'll go in over here and bring this forward. Okay, we'll go in through the cap band, and we'll grab this band and bring it to the border. Then we're going to bring these two out, okay, just like that. Now we're going to go into this peg. Oop, wrong one. Grab the right band. I'm going to go in through all these bands, grab the one that goes forward, okay. And then I'm going to go in through the cap band and grab the one that goes down to the right and bring it to the border. Okay, and then just go back into the cap band and bring these two bands back to themselves. Ooh, I almost didn't get that right. So, good thing for you guys I did. Okay, so then the next step is we're going to worry about these. And all we're going to do is go in through this peg and bring them back to themselves, these three. Okay, so we'll go into here, bring them back to themselves. Make sure you can see. Bring them back to themselves, okay? And then we're going to go in through here, bring it down, and then go in through that same peg and bring it up. A lot of bands on there, so I want to, okay, then bring it up. Okay. Okay, now we're just going to follow it around. Hold on. Let's see, I went up. Now what we're going to do is go up one more time. Grab the right band. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up, I think, and move this over to the side so you can see. It's a little harder to see this way, but I need to make sure I'm getting the right band. You're going to go in through here, grab the band that goes forward. Okay. Hold on, let me see if I can make my tripod taller so that the legs are wider so I can fit this through. So hold on, give me one moment. So it did work. So I went up twice, and now we're just going to go in through here. That's basically what we're doing now, is just following the pattern so that you know which bands to do first. These will go back out to themselves. Okay, then this will go to the border, or not to the border, back to this one. And then we'll go straight till it connects there. Now at this point we're just going to continue doing what we were doing all the way up the loom. So we stopped here. Now this band is the next band that goes straight up and down. So I'm just going to grab that one so you'll know. Okay, and I'm going to stop on this side, but basically we're just following it around, zigzag up to here, and then these get brought back to themselves to here, and then from here down and then up twice, and then you continue on. Okay, now let me see if we can do this side. Okay, so after we did this, we got to bring these back to themselves, so we'll go in the cap band, bring these back to themselves. Okay, and then we're going to go down. Oops. Oh, you see me scratching my face through the front of the camera. That's great. Okay, and then you're going to grab, oops, get the right band, the one that goes forward, and we're going to go up twice. My dog is dreaming. Oh, wrong one. Ah, it's so hard in this position that I'm trying to loom in. So you're going to go through here and you're going to get the band that goes forward. I think I got it this time. Forward. And then you're going to bring this one down. And then you're going to go up. And then bring all these back to themselves. Basically what we're going to do is just follow that pattern. It's not that hard. You should be able to see. Once you do the one side, it's the mirror image on the second. And then you go in through here, grab this one and bring it down and go up twice. Okay? Okay, so now this side should look like that side, and we are going to do that exact pattern all the way till you get the silver bands loomed up. I wanted to show you how we ended it up here. Okay, sorry about that. So when we came, after we did these 3 back, came up, then we came down and then up. Okay, same thing on the other side. Okay, now the part we're going to work on next is these white bands going up. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go in through this cap band and grab the black band that goes over. Okay, we got to get that one out of the way because that's the one on top. So we're just going to bring that over on both sides. Okay, just like that, and it's just going to hang out there for a minute. And then we're going to go back in the cap band, and then we're going to follow the pattern all the way around. Okay, now this is the outlining of the diamond. I'm going to do one side, and then I'll do, well, actually I'll do one diamond that bring it up to here, and then I'll let you finish it off. So bring these 2 bands up, and then you're going to go in here and grab that bottom band and bring it over twice. Okay, and then bring it in. Oh, I have them in the right order, sorry. In and in again. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing over here. You're going to go in through this band, grab the one that goes to the right, grab the one that goes to the right again, grab the one that goes to the left twice. Okay, so here we are. Can you see that diamond? Excuse me. So now what we got to do is we got to go in through here and bring the band that goes forward. Okay, and then we start that process all over again till you get to the end, outlining your diamonds in the white or whatever color you chose. We're making some headway. Okay, so now this band that we brought over here, there's 2 more that we've got to connect it to. Now we're ready to touch those, so I'm going to go these, bring both of these out to the left. So there should be a line there, and I'm going to go ahead and do this side as well. Okay. All right, so now what we're ready to do, remember these like greater than and less than signs that we had, that I had done in black at the beginning. Okay, now we're going to deal with those. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start from here where this first one is. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? There's one. And with this first one, we're going to go from this side into, okay, and then where we finished it, we're going to go back and just bring them all back to themselves. Okay, simple enough, just like so. Okay, and you're going to do that on both sides all the way down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start in on this side, go in twice, okay, go in and bring it back to itself till you get back to there. Okay, so finish all of those all the way down. So now we're ready to do the border. Okay, and so we've got to connect this band. Remember these 2 bands hanging out here, we can't forget those. So what I'll do is I'll go in through here, if I can grab it, grab that band and bring it over to the border. Okay, I'm going to do it on both sides before I end up forgetting and the whole thing falls apart. Okay, so both of those are done now. Okay, so I'll start on this side, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab the top band. So I'm going to start from the left and go over, and we're just going to do, always getting the top band and just doing our lovely little X's all the way up the border. Okay, no big deal. Do this side. We're going to go in from here because this is the band that's on top. So go in here first and make our X's. Okay, all the way up the loom. And then I guess all we have left, well, is the border. And then we shall be finished. Although, wait a minute. I see these bands. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I see where I went wrong. Do not kill me. Do not kill me. You knew it was bound to happen eventually. That's where I went wrong. There's always a spot, isn't there? There always is a spot. So I'm going to take these out. I'm going to take the other side out off camera. So I'm only going to show you what to do on this side, okay? That's just what we're going to do. That way I don't make this video longer than it has to be. Basically, you're going to take both sides, take the X bands off, place them back how you got them. Okay. And I think, yeah. So, once you get after, okay, what you're going to do is grab that band, this gold mint band, and bring it from here to here on both sides, okay? Now what we're going to do is we've got to grab this border where I messed up. I'm going to take this and bring it down, up, and up to right there, okay? Because right there is where these X bands will pick that up, okay? So you'll do the same thing. So go ahead and take these out, but make sure that gold mint band is right here. Then you're going to do your border till it hits right here, and then you can do your X's. Okay, so after you bring that gold mint over, I'm reiterating, after you bring that gold mint over, then you come from here and bring the border till it gets right to there, and then you're going to grab your top band. And let me make sure these are in the right order. And that should catch, all of these bands should be caught up underneath here. So then you should be good to go. And, oops, wrong band. And then that should be at the end because we've already done the border. This is actually the border. So, that's basically what you do. You don't make the mistake like I did and forget that, because that is a huge step to forget, because then the whole thing would fall apart. So I'm going to take these out, make sure I have that one gold mint brought over to here. Then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to grab this band and bring it all the way till you get, look, I'm talking to you and I'm not even on camera. Take these out, make sure the gold mint is brought to the right, come back over here, grab these bands and bring them to right here, back to themselves. And then you can do your X's all the way up. Okay, so finish both sides till you get to the top, and then I will meet you up there. Okay, I finished doing the X border on both sides, and then don't forget that cross band that pops over. So I went from here to there and there to there. Okay, and now we're able to loom up the rest of the border, which is the black bands that will take us to the end. Going on this side and bring it up. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to grab me a band and I'm going to put it in through this peg, through all the bands. I'm going to pull it towards me and up. Yeah, and then I'm going to Let me see here. I guess what I'll do is I'm just going to put it on to where it goes all the way down. So this band is all the way on the peg. And then I'm going to come through, what I'm going to do is come through here and grab the other end of that band, and I'm going to place it on, because I think there was supposed to have been a band there. I think there was supposed to be a band on the very bottom here, just like this, so that we can just go like this, bring it up, bring it up. Now I have both of them, and then I put them both, and they're attached. See that? So I do believe there was supposed to have been a band there. Imagine you could put it like I had it, put a band and bring it up, put it on a C-clip there and a C-clip there. I guess that would be totally your call. You don't have to do it like I did, but I'd prefer it be, for me, with one C-clip. Okay, so now they're both on and they're going to hang out. Okay, now what we'll do is I'm going to look on the side and I can see that it's all been loomed up. So it should not fall apart, okay? Which is awesome. Love it when that happens. Grab my other hook real quick. Okay, so and do like you do on any other. Release the tension on both sides. I'm just going to do a little ways up. And then do the next row. On both sides, and then I'm just probably going to take it off by each peg instead of trying to keep doing this. Okay, so just start popping it off of each peg till you get it off. So I'm going to go off camera, take mine off, and hope that mine turns out fantabulous. I'll beat you right back here. Took it off the loom. I guess if we just flipped it over, that's what it would look like, but this technically is the side, how it came off the loom. I wonder if it would look the same if I just flipped it over like that. I'd have less bands to fix, that's for sure. But I think this is the right side, plus I've got to go ahead and get all the beads put together the right way and fix any bands that are twisted. And I see a ton of them, so I'm going to go off camera, fix my bands, make it look nice. And ooh, that is really pretty with these beads in the center. I think that's why she chose to put 2 bands through each bead, because then it does make it a little tighter in there. So okay, I'll be right back showing you my finished rendition with all the fixed bands. Okay, so I took it off, fixed the bands, got them all straightened out, fixed the seed beads, and now I'm really not liking it. I don't like the seed beads. What are the chances of that? I just don't like it. I think in this case less is more. So when I first took it off the loom, it curls like this. So obviously this is the signature side. But when you flip it inward and flip it to the other side, there's a small boo-boo. I didn't loop a band, so don't pay attention to that. But look at this side. I'm loving this side. Way better than the other side, and I'm not even going to push the seed beads through to the other side, because I didn't fix the bands on this side, so I will need to go through and fix them, make sure they're laying properly, and to where I have all the colors that I want to be shown on this side, but I think I'm going to go with this one for sure. I'm going to have to tie that off. I don't know what happened. I guess my eyes just weren't doing good and I didn't catch it, but it didn't fall apart, and that's the most important thing. So, but I'm liking this side way better than this side. I don't know what that looks like. Not very clean. In this instance, I don't like this side. So, plus I don't like the way that this green shows up underneath the black bands for whatever reason. This side they don't. It's just nice and clear. So I'm going with this side. So I'm not going to come back on and fix the bands. You'll just have to see what it looks like when I post it on Instagram. So this is, gosh, what is the name of this bracelet? Oh my goodness. This is nuts that I don't even know the name of the bracelet. Okay. Anyhow, this is by Nix Haley 22, and it's called the Apep. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, Apep. And I looked it up, and this is what it said. It's the ancient Egyptian deity who embodied chaos and was thus the opponent of light and order. He appears as a giant serpent. See, that's where the snake part comes in. His name is reconstructed by Egyptologists as Apep. Oh, maybe, maybe that's how you pronounce it, Apep. Or Apep. Whatever that is right there. Apep. Okay. So, I say Apep, but it could be Apep. Oh, I'm not Egyptian. I don't have a clue. But anyhow, it's really cool. It's part of her Egyptian line. So, didn't know that, but that's what the name of the bracelet is. And hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And didn't make too terribly many mistakes, except for that one with the silver bands, which was with the silver band. Well, I don't know. Maybe I did that off camera. I'm not sure. I did make a boo-boo with the silver bands, but I think I took it off camera. And then this on the side. And the reason why it's curling so much inward is because I used LE on the end. It makes it a little more tighter, but you don't have to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain it, and when I chain it, it's going to lay flat. So it'll be all good to go. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to give me a follow, you can. On Instagram, I'm at Artisan Loom. And also I have a Facebook page called Artisan Loom Bead Queen. And also a YouTube channel. Obviously you found it because you're on it. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. One thing I want to mention, I am not the perfect person. I do my best on the tutorials, but sometimes there are going to be mistakes, and I apologize for those, but I think it makes it interesting, and it also teaches you how to fix your bands if you ever had a similar mistake and without having to take the whole thing apart. So also you can give Nix Haley 22 a follow on Instagram, and also she has a Facebook page called I believe it's called Nix Haley. Let me see what it's called. Nix Haley 22 Bracelet Creations. That's what hers is called. So if you want to like her page, that'd be awesome. That's where she's going to put most of her posts to. Okay, well, take care. Till next tutorial. Bye.